Boots Ennis, what a great fight. You are a machine. Zayas, a little inexperienced, but you will be back. You're a great fighter. Let's make the biggest fight in boxing today. Virgil Ortiz, Boots Ennis, let's go.
Congratulations, man. Just talk about like that first round. Were you thinking like it's gonna end before he even gets?
He could have did it the first round, but you know he gets in there and like to play around a little bit. I'll get on him sometime about playing around like that.
And then in that third round, it seemed like Xander had a lot of success. I don't know if
y'all better look at them tapes again. Y'all talking a lot of success. They hit him like 2 or 3 times.
Yeah. Did your instructions change after?
No, nothing changed. I wanted the Boots to go to the body more. You know what I mean? And use his jab more. But he was setting a lot of shots up too. You see the shots he was hitting with. You know what I mean? And I was telling him not to stay there, because every time you stay there, you hit him with a good shot. Xander grabs him. He holds him. You don't see Boots doing the holding. You see he can outbox him too. You saw what he was doing. When he was jabbing, how many jabs he was hitting with? You know what I mean?
10 seconds.
He can do that. But he the fight. That's why these people come to the scene, man. He put on the show, man. You know what I mean? That's why they come to play the scene.
That's different. Bam! Good hook from good counter. Oh, he back on bad today. Who's let his hands go? He lets his man go right there. Can't go right there. He's down. He's down on one knee. He knocks Zayas down again. He knocked him down again. It's Boots ball by knockout. It's over. It's over. Boots ball by knockout. Zayas said, I'm done. Unified champion at 154. Jaron Boots Ennis. Knockout. 3 knockdowns.
The fight was incredible. The third round was one of the best rounds I've ever seen in sport.
Would you rather a fight be Virgil or unification? You as a fan and as a promoter.
Me, unification. Because that's, there's a lot of conversation right now about belts and stuff like that. I'm on the belt side, right? For me, sport is about championships, legacy, and in boxing, there's no bigger legacy than belts, right? And that's what Jaron Ennis wants. He wants belts. So whether that's Josh Kelly, whether that's Fundora, he's going to want to fight the other champions before he moves up to 160.
Eddie, you've worked with a few American champions, but is this the guy now that is really taking hold as the kind of fighter you've been looking for the United States?
Everyone knows for so long how good he is, Sean, and he just needed these kind of opportunities. But it's the way that he fights. That's the difference. You've got guys with great IQ that come with a safety-first mentality, which, listen, it's the art of boxing. Hit and don't get hit. The people in there, they don't want to watch safety first. They want to watch fights like that.
Shut it. What's your reaction to this knockout,
man? Wow. That's all I can say is let's go, champ. Let's go, champ. Boots is it. Boots is it, y'all.
Boots is Sebastian Fundora, Virgil Ortiz.
He it, yo.
He gonna beat those guys.
Yeah, yo. Let's go, champ. I want my man right here. Let's go, champ. That's right.
Big Brooklyn. Big Brooklyn.
Boots and Fundora.
Boots
and Fundora.
Yeah. I like that. I like Boots. Boots
versus Virgil Ortiz too.
Boots. None of them can't beat him.
Nobody. What could Xander have done? He should have. What was it?
Not four. Right? Gave him the belts.
Okay, gave him the belts. That's it.
Gave him the belts. Here, son.
That's right.
Take that. Don't kill me. I was saying, don't kill him, Boots. Don't kill him.
Don't kill him, Boots.
Don't kill him, Boots. Don't kill him.
He killed him, man. How about?
We all knew it. I was honored to walk him out his first fight. We all knew Boots was going to be a problem, man. Boots is definitely a problem. I don't know who want to see him, but I got to say this too. That young fella he was fighting, that young Puerto Rican he was fighting just now, he's going to be back. He's a G. He took this fight and didn't have to, and he's just 22 years old. Bro, I love this young cat that Boots just beat. That Puerto Rican kid gonna be around a long time, and he gonna be champion again, bro. He tough, he just Xander. He just 22 years old. Man, salute to him for the way he fought, for taking this fight. Man, shout out Xander, bro. Much love for me, dog. I know you're gonna be back and you're gonna be a champion again, but Boots just a different animal. Boots just a different animal, dog. Taking punches, took some good punches, stood there and fought. Gotta be smarter going forward, though.
you think, brother?
Nah, tonight Sanders surprised me. It was a blowout, you know, but I got to give it to Sanders, you know what I'm saying? I think that Sanders should have waited a little bit longer, you know, get more experience, and, you know, and then fight Boots. It was too early, you know, but if you got to give it to Sanders, you got to give it to him, man. He got the heart of a lion, and he'll be back.
I know you said, you know, it was too early, but I mean, he did get up from the knockdowns. It seemed like he had Boots hurt, like in the third, fourth there. I mean, did you think maybe...
I was surprised that they let the fight go that long, you know, because I was really concerned about him getting hurt like that. But that's boxing, you know. Their corner decided to let him out. Thank God, I hope he's okay. And you know, there was times there that he could have turned it around, but I mean, tonight it was Boots night. You know what I'm saying?
Do you favor Fundora or Virgil against Boots, or is Boots?
That I really don't know. I think that Fundora will be a really tough fight for, you know, for the fighter right now.
What do I think? There ain't nothing to think. It's a knockout.
No, but I'm saying like just of the fight, because it seemed like.
Whatever I say,
he wasn't ready, man.
Whatever I say, it's not gonna benefit.
Yeah, exactly. He should have.
Congrats. Let's see him unified. Let's see. Well, he's unified now. Let's see him become undisputed.
Yeah.
Good job.
Are you proud of the way Xander performed?
No, I give him props.
Part of a champion. He showed, and his team was. They made the decision. That's it.
What'd you think about Boots' performance? I mean, he overcame some kind of hard spots there.
Yeah, man. Absolutely. I see things, though, that I think other champions in that weight class or contenders can capitalize. I'm not there yet. I'm at 147. We'll go from there. But for anybody at 154, I hope they saw what I saw tonight.
So you feel that maybe Boots was a little vulnerable when you say that?
I'll let the guys at that weight class answer that.
Okay, Johnny Boy, I'm here with Jaron Ennis TKO, man. Incredible fight, Boots versus Xander. What's your reaction, bro?
Man, it was a great fight. They both showed their heart out. They both got hurt. Xander came back and almost knocked out Boots. Great sportsmanship from the both in the end of it. Very professional, and the sky's the limit for both of them. I think they both needed this type of fight.
Absolutely. Now, Boots going into a fight with Fundora. How did that play out? Who do you like?
I'm gonna go with Boots. But to be honest, I think I like to see him against Josh Kelly before I see him against Fundora.
You're showing up. And what about Virgil Ortiz? That's a tough matchup too. Styles make fights, right?
Styles make fights. You know, before I would have said Boots, no problem, but after seeing him being vulnerable and getting hurt, you know, now I can say, you know, Virgil has a puncher's chance. He has a puncher's chance.
A beast in there, you know what I mean? But you think Boots reigns supreme?
Say that again?
You think Boots reigns supreme versus everybody?
After beating Xander, yeah. After beating him down.
That's the test, right?
Yeah.
And when are we going to see you again?
Hopefully before the year ends out.
All right, that's it, man. We wish you the best of luck, man. Thank you for your time, man. What's your reaction to this incredible performance?
Great fight, man. It's finally time for Boots. Boots is next up, man. Let him get his flowers. Let him display his talent. And let's go, baby.
Absolutely, man. You walked him out. What was that feeling like walking him out?
It's beautiful walking him out. It's even more beautiful when he gets the win. So it makes you feel like your energy is, you got the right energy.
Absolutely, man. And New York Knicks did it big, you know what I'm saying? I know you're happy about that.
Knicks in 5, baby. You know what it is.
That's it. Does Boots beat Fundora and Virgil Ortiz?
Boots beat everybody they put in front of him.
That's it. Brady, one of the best ever right now, right? He's on that run.
He beats everybody.
That's it, man. Jada, thank you so much for your time, man. One love. Congratulations on the podcast. You guys are killing it.
Good looking, brother.
I'm happy with my performance.
Saturday night at Barclays Center in Brooklyn brought together two undefeated fighters, Jaron, Boots Ennis and Xander Zayas, each stepping into the ring fully expecting to leave with an unblemished record. For Ennis, this matchup represented far more than the opportunity to capture the WBO and WBA championships. He made it clear that winning those titles would only be the beginning, with his ultimate goal being to become the undisputed champion at 154 pounds. Whether the remaining belt belonged to Sebastian Fundora, Josh Kelly, or Virgil Ortiz Jr., Ennis insisted he intended to defeat every champion standing in his path. His mission was straightforward: take over the Division I opponent at a time. A victory would not only elevate his standing on boxing's pound-for-pound rankings but also strengthen his case as one of the sport's new faces after years of frustrating setbacks caused by legal complications, postponed bouts, and opponents unwilling to face him. For Ennis, Brooklyn was meant to mark the end of the waiting. Zayas entered with equally significant motivation, although his story followed a different path. At only 23 years old, he had already become the youngest unified champion in the junior middleweight division. Long before capturing world titles, he repeatedly stated that he wanted to challenge the very best available, and accepting a fight against Ennis, widely regarded as one of boxing's most avoided fighters, proved those words carried real meaning. A victory would firmly establish him among boxing's elite, while even a defeat at such a young age would simply become another lesson on the road toward future greatness. Regardless of the result, both men possessed enormous potential. The only uncertainty was which fighter would take the next major step forward. Throughout fight week, Ennis never showed the slightest hesitation. During the press conference, he confidently explained that his training camp had prepared him for every possible challenge, including taller opponents, quicker opponents, stronger opponents, and fighters built around movement and defense. He dismissed any suggestion that someone could expose a weakness in his strategy, insisting that his preparation covered every scenario. His message remained as direct as ever: finish the job quickly, handle business, and don't blink.
How do you think he's going to fight on Saturday night?
To be honest, I don't care how he fight. It don't matter what he do. We ready for everything. We had every style in camp, so it don't matter. Whatever he want to do, we could do it. So y'all know my slogan. We in it all like a robbery, so that's what we're going to do.
That's a 2-belt world champion, career-long or almost career-long 154-pounder, but you've said all along, I'm levels above him. There's nothing he can do better than me. Why do you believe that?
Like I said before, he's a solid fighter. You know, he's a world champion for a reason, you know, but it just levels. You know, it's just levels, and I'm going to show come Saturday night and show my skills and my ability. I can't wait, yo. I'm trying to tell y'all, I cannot wait.
Only a couple of guys have gone the distance against you. Do you see this fight going the distance?
All depends. Y'all know my slogan. I'm in and out like a robbery. Me, about winner, about Kate.
Promoter Eddie Hearn fully supported that confidence, comparing Ennis' mindset to elite champions such as Terence Crawford, Bam Rodriguez, and Shakur Stevenson. Hearn explained that the fight against Karen Chikadzean convinced him Ennis belonged on an entirely different level. Facing a dangerous opponent, Ennis controlled the contest so convincingly that the difference in skill became impossible to ignore, leaving Hearn even more convinced that Boots was destined for greatness.
The difference between being a good fighter and being a great fighter is going into a changing room, sitting down on my seat, and having absolutely no doubt in my mind what he is about to do. So he has no fear, he has no nerves, but nor do I. I know what he's going to do. And I'll sit down on Saturday night and I'll say, come on in, superstar, light him up. Let's see it. And I know exactly what he's going to do.
Absolutely.
And because the mindset is too strong, the skill set is too great. And these are the special guys. It's the same with Boots. It's the same with Bam. You know, even Shakur. Like there's a different kind of mindset. Terence has got the same mindset, no doubt. Like these are greats. Where you just know what they're going to do. He knows exactly what he's going to do on Saturday night, and he's going to do it. And that in the big moments, that's when they shine the brightest.
Zayas, however, showed absolutely no signs of intimidation. During an interview with Ariel Helwani, he argued that Ennis' undefeated record had been built against opponents who failed to represent the very best available, claiming that the toughest names in the division had rarely shared the ring with him. Zayas promised he would overwhelm Ennis during the championship rounds, believing his advantages in size, reach, timing, and in-fight adjustments would ultimately make the difference. In his view, Ennis was expecting an easy night but was actually walking straight into a challenge unlike any he had previously experienced.
Seemed like for the longest time it was Boots against Virgil. Virgil has the issues. Were you the one that said, hey, let's try to swoop in here and take this fight away, or did they come to you once that was falling apart?
Well, obviously, we were looking for other fights. Josh Kelly was one of them. That fight never came. We never got answers from his team. And then we found out that the fight with Virgil Ortiz and Boots Ennis was falling apart. So I contacted Top Rank and I told them that I wanted to fight. I wanted that fight, and they came back with the offer, and here we are.
Former world champion Timothy Bradley Jr. offered one of the most balanced opinions before fight night, encouraging fans not to assume the outcome was already decided. Bradley openly acknowledged Ennis as one of boxing's most naturally gifted athletes, but also highlighted legitimate questions that still deserved answers. He pointed to previous fights where slick, mobile opponents forced Ennis to make difficult adjustments and believed this matchup would reveal whether Zayas truly belonged among the sport's elite, while also testing whether Ennis could continue proving himself against championship-level competition.
They thinking that this fight gonna be a slam dunk for freaking Boots Ennis. You crazy. You crazy if you think this fight gonna be a slam dunk for him. Who was the last technical guy that Boots fought, man? Karen? Come on, man. He getting in there with a young gun, man, just as hungry and energetic as he is. You understand that? Bigger than he is. Probably just as strong as he is. High boxing IQ, just as well as he does. Got skills, good counterpuncher, good legs, good movement. Can throws and punches, got a left hook. Which is the punch that Boots get hit with most. Boots got the right hand that Xander gets hit with most. This ain't gonna be no damn slam dunk. This probably might be like a half court shot. Yeah, for both these dudes, man.
Trainer and analyst Greg Hackett strongly disagreed with Bradley's concerns, responding directly to the discussions surrounding Ennis' footwork. Hackett argued that every fighter enters the ring with flaws, but he believed those imperfections would matter very little once the action actually began. While giving Zayas full credit as a talented young champion, Hackett remained convinced there was a clear difference between the two competitors. In his opinion, Ennis performed at an entirely different level. He suggested that much of the confidence surrounding Zayas came from loyal supporters who had followed his rise for years, and insisted that nothing on Zayas' resume truly prepared him for a fighter with Boots' unique combination of talent and experience.
But this is what I want to say. Listen, first off, Tim know better. He know that this is getting ready to be the end of Xander Zayas. This is it right here. I don't think Xander Zayas will fight anymore after this fight. Tim Bradley, I understand, has a relationship with Top Rank, and, he got love for the dog. And I get it. You basically helped him groom his career because you was there, when he turned pro, and you here now. I want to know, for one, if you're going to be in the building, Tim. I hope you in the building. Two, every fighter has mistakes. Every fighter has things that they do wrong or they might lack on. Especially you, Tim. Especially me. You know what I'm saying? It's going to get bad for Xander. Hey, Tim, I just want to tell you, it's going to get bad for Xander because of guys like you. You know what I mean? You trying your best to make people feel comfortable, confident in Xander. And I like Xander. Guess what? I like Xander. I think he's a great fighter. But this is it for him right here. You know what I mean? So I just hope that you got your suit on that night. You know what I mean? I hope that you, matter of fact, bring some flowers too, Tim. Bring some flowers. You know what I mean? Make sure you got your suit on, man, and just get ready to pay your respects. That's all. Boots Ennis, 154-pound kingpin. You know what I'm saying? The fight will be over within 5 rounds, so you'll have time to go celebrate and do whatever it is you like to do after fights. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Tell me how y'all feel.
Amilcar Vargas presented perhaps the most detailed tactical plan for a potential Zayas upset. While acknowledging Ennis' impressive speed, punching power, and versatility, Vargas believed Zayas possessed the tools necessary to make the contest extremely competitive if he followed the correct strategy. According to Vargas, consistent attacks to the body would be the key. Early investment downstairs could gradually slow Ennis' movement, reduce his explosiveness, and limit his power as the fight entered the championship rounds. By disrupting Ennis' rhythm through sustained body work, Vargas believed Zayas could transform the fight into a far more manageable contest.
I think he can win that fight. And I told, a lot of these people that if he could come real tight, like Miguel Cotto, real tight, not try to do anything crazy and work the body. I haven't seen anybody work the body on Jaron Ennis. Nobody. And look, nobody likes body shots. I don't care who you are. You know, Oscar was robbed with a body shot against his own will, you know, against Bernard Hopkins, like things like that. Nobody likes body shots. So I've been in there with some slick fighters like Jaron, and, you know, that are sharp and things like that. You touch that body, you know, they start fading. They start, you know, now they're in the inside with you. Now they can't move as much. Now they're, you know, so just based off my experience and things like that, I mean, I think he could get the job done if he goes to the body real tight like Miguel Cotto. You know, but all respect to Xander. I mean, he has 2 belts on the line. It's only, you know, upside for Boots Ennis, and he still took the fight. Xander still put the fight together and, you know, called for the fight, and I have nothing but respect for him. Win, lose, or draw, you got to give a different level of respect for Xander Zayas after that night.
Sean Zittel leaned toward an Ennis victory, predicting a convincing 116-111 decision while also suggesting a knockdown could play an important role. Even so, he stopped short of guaranteeing the outcome. Zittel added one important point. If Zayas managed to pull off the upset, he would instantly become one of boxing's biggest breakout stars and dramatically change the landscape of the entire division.
Right now, I'm picking right now Jaron Ennis by decision, but honestly, this is one I just want to see play out and see what we get. But yeah, I gotta give the edge to Ennis by decision right now. Maybe a knockdown along the way, 116, 111, something like that. But if Zayas pulls this off, a star is born. He'll instantly become one of the top 5 or so biggest stars in boxing. So that's my reasoning for it.
As fight night drew closer, Jaron "Boots" Ennis projected complete confidence ahead of his highly anticipated showdown with Xander Zayas. He explained that training camp had gone exceptionally well and said he felt stronger than ever heading into one of the biggest fights of his career. Ennis promised fans they were about to witness a spectacular performance and assured everyone that he intended to put on a memorable show once the opening bell rang.
Just an enormous fight, brother. How are you feeling during this fight week?
Feeling great, feeling tremendous. Ready to rock and roll. Can't wait. Ready to put on a beautiful show and bring home this big knockout.
How does Xander compare to, how is he different from some of your past opponents?
I mean, every fighter is different. Everybody got their own style and their own abilities. And but on Saturday night, you know, we're going to be victorious and do what I do and get that win.
Roy Jones Jr. also expressed strong confidence in Ennis, explaining that Boots possessed many of the qualities that separate outstanding fighters from truly elite champions. Jones suggested that Ennis held clear advantages in speed, power, creativity, and overall boxing intelligence. He also emphasized that those strengths become even more dangerous because Ennis can perform effectively from either stance, giving opponents far more problems than most fighters are capable of creating.
And he's a 2-time world champion. Jaron Boots Ennis is also a 2-time world champion. And even though Boots has been a pro for 10 years, which is crazy to say, you would think that Boots at this point would have more marquee matchups and other big names and you know, qualified, solidified names on his record. That's not all his fault. He's been calling for it, but it's just the way the cookie crumbled for Jaron Boots Ennis. He's a 10-year vet.
Andre Ward added another interesting observation that he believed many people were overlooking regarding Ennis' move to junior middleweight. Ward explained that this wasn't a traditional jump to a heavier weight class because Ennis had naturally carried significantly more weight than the welterweight limit for years. In Ward's opinion, making 147 pounds required considerable sacrifice, meaning the move to 154 could actually allow Ennis to perform closer to his full physical potential rather than forcing his body through another difficult weight cut.
Agree with a lot of what you said in terms of what we see on paper. On paper, Jaron Boots Ennis, even though he's new to the weight class, you got to realize that Mackie Shieldstone taught me this when I fought Sergey Kovalev. I said, man, I'm going up in weight. Mackie said, you're not going up in weight. Do you see you're walking around weight? He said, you're just not coming down as low. I said, that's a good way to think about it. So Jaron Boots Ennis gets big in between fights. That's been well documented. So he's moving up a weight class, but really he's going to be stronger. He's going to have more stamina because he's not sucking himself down to get to the 147-pound division. So even though he's new to the weight class, this is a better Jaron Boots Ennis that we're going to get.
If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Your continued support helps us bring you more boxing coverage, exclusive updates, and in-depth analysis. Thanks for watching, and be sure to stay tuned because there's plenty more exciting content coming your way.